In particular, in Excel, the command norm sdist takes a z-score and tells you the area to the left, which is the same as the probability. Okay. And we talked about drawing the picture, which is going to be very useful and crucial going forward. Alright. So we talked about finding the area to the left, in other words, for z is less than. We talked about finding the area to the right, for example, z is greater than. What didn't we talk about? That's what we'll pick up today. How do you find between area? So we don't know how to do this question in full yet, but we do know how to start. What's the first thing you should do? Draw the picture, absolutely. Okay. So let's draw the picture. So here we have a picture. What should we label on it? And where does 0 go? Okay. And 0 goes in the middle for what? This is a z-score, so make sure you label that this is a z-score. Alright. What else should we label? What else should we mark on the picture? Sorry? Absolutely. So here is 1.26 and here is 2.18. And what else should I mark on the picture? Well, what are we trying to find? Oh, yes, you skipped right ahead. So we're trying to find a probability, and how do we represent probability? Probability is the same as area. So which area are we trying to find? Right. So we should mark that off. There we go. So that's the area that we're trying to find. The question is, how do we find that area? Excel can only tell us area to the left. So how can we use that in order to find this between area? Absolutely. Subtract what? No. So your first idea was right. Or the start of your idea was right, though. We do have to subtract. What do we subtract?
Well, we have to find the area that's to the left of 2.8, 2.18, so then we have to find the area that's to the right of 1.26.
Well, the area to the right of 2.16 would be this area. So can we do something with those two things to get the area in between? I guess we can, but there's an easier way. Instead of the area to the right of 1.26, get the area to the left. And once you have each of these areas, how can we find the between area? Subtract. Take the purple area, and so what is on the picture? What is the purple area? The purple area is this. And then we can find the orange area, which is this. And if you take the purple area and you take away the orange area, what's left? The between area that we're trying to find. Okay. So now we have to find each of those areas. So how do we find the area to the left of 2.18? So this is what we talked about last time. The Excel command norm s dist gives us the area or probability to the left of a z-score. So equals norm s dist of 2.18. And that is, we only need 4 places, right there. 0.9854. Now let's find the area to the left of 2.16. Norm s dist of 1.26. And that one is 0.8962. So in order to find that in-between area, what do we have to do? Subtract what? What numbers? Yep. And you do that and you get 0.0892. And that is your middle area, or your between area. Now it's blue again. Okay. So I want to get back, Elizabeth, to something that you said. Your first instinct was to subtract the z-scores, which is a reasonable guess, but it's wrong and it's a very common error. So I want to talk about it right now. So first of all, which values did we subtract? We subtracted 0.9854 and 8962. What kind of values are those? These are probability values, exactly, Chastity. Okay. These are probability values. Now, what happens if we try to subtract z-scores, which is the wrong thing to do? If you subtract z-scores, well, 2.18 minus 1.26, that gives you 0.92. So that would give you a z-score of 0.92. Having the z-score of 0.92, does that help you do anything in this problem? No. Z-score of 0.92 has nothing to do with this problem at all. So subtracting z-scores is the wrong thing to do. Does that make sense? So again, subtract area values to find that between area. Alright. Alright, so use your handy computer and do this problem. Okay. So we're going to work through it together, and you'll have it next time. Everyone will have a computer, and you'll be able to work through some of these on your own. Okay. So what's the first thing we do? Sorry? Nope. Draw the picture. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's not terribly symmetric. Alright. So now that we've drawn the picture, what is the how do we label it? 0, and that's the value for what? Z. So remember to label these for Z. Okay, and what else do we label? Okay. And now what? Shade where? There you go. Okay, so that's the area we want. So what do we have to do or find? Yes, for what? Okay, right. So first we'll find the area to the left of 1.22, and that's norm S dist of 1.22. So that one's 0.8888. Alright. Next, we'll find the area to the left of negative 2.67. And we're going to type in norm S dist. Now, by the way, what does norm, let's remember, what does norm S dist stand for? Normal, standard, dist, distribution, right. Okay. So this is negative 2.67. So this one is 0.0038. And now, subtract. If you do it correctly, yes. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, if you want to write it down, I mean, I didn't copy the question. You could just write probability negative 2.67 less than z less than 1.22 equals this thing. If you don't write what down? No, I wrote down because she asked. Yeah. However, I will say something important about this. Notice how many different decimal numbers there are flying around in this entire problem. There's the 0.038 here. There's There's going to be lots of numbers when you do these calculations. Circle your answer, so I know which one is your answer. If it's not clear to me which one is your answer, I can't help you. Okay.